The spider didn't drop dead while I was asleep. Oh. I guess this isn't Snake Eater after all, is it? Well, let's get to work, everybody. We got, like, at least this one more thing to do. And then we go fight a spider. Did I? I didn't skip past it, did I? Yeah, see, technically they didn't see me. Even if I was right in their face. Oh boy. Hmm. Those are some controls. I mean, it actually does kind of make 100% sense with how tanks operate.
Okay, guys, I'm in a tank.
And it'll kind of be like driving any sort of Lego tank, I guess, for example. But oh boy, this is gonna be a lot of this is gonna be a little bit tough for me to keep a handle on, I suppose. Can I just run those guys over or something? Yeah, we can just run them over. Excellent. We can also just smash those. That's pretty good. We're like just a little bit off here, aren't we? Yeah.
Giddy up, cupcakes.
Like I said, this isn't really the sort of thing that I'm very used to at all, so I am going to screw this up pretty badly. Oh. Well, at least we're blocking their shots with our own. So that's pretty cool. Coming through, boys. Please go right back to ignoring me. I am probably going to lose this at, like, the very exact end here, aren't I?
Taste the pain, cupcakes.
Oh, we managed to get away with it. Wow.
Mercenaries for a while.
That was kind of close, actually, but wow. We did it.
It's time to wage war on the castle, and in the confusion, pull off a heist I've named Operation High Road. First, Murray will
boy.
take down the spotlights on the main gate with the codes provided by General Clawfoot. Then, with the help of the voice modulator, I'll order Neela's forces to attack. Sly will then paraglide the two of us over to the Contessa's getaway blimp, and we'll use it to get inside her re-education tower. The assault on the castle will undoubtedly draw the Shadow Guards off their post, and if we free Inspector Fox, she's sure to clear out the Contessa. With the Mind Shuffler exposed, I'll plant the Bad Mojo bomb, and presto! The Clockwork Eyes are ours. So if the two of you are ready, let's take our positions and get this thing started.
All right, so we're starting with Murray here, right? That's the deal.
All right, Murray. Head for the castle's main gate and power down those searchlights. While you do that, Bentley and I will climb our way up to the top of the castle. Good luck.
I was gonna say, I mean, these are not really anything to worry, but you're talking about the ones that are aiming upwards, huh?
That general guy told the truth, or this is gonna get ugly. Oh yeah! The lights are down, Bentley. Time to call in the cavalry. I'll see if I can find some extra firepower to help out.
Attention, bloodthirsty mercenary forces! The castle
Defenses are down. Seize this opportunity for aggressive military action by pressing an attack on the castle. Charge! For victory! For glory!
That should do it.
Now that you're done being a warmonger, feel like paragliding over to that blimp?
Just make sure to grab the rope hanging off that thing. I don't want to drown.
This is fun. Ah!
Just make sure to grab the rope hanging off that thing. I don't want to drown.
Man, shut up! That was not even my fault! Some fucker and a fucker just hit me in the, middle of the... that seemed to be kind of randomized.
Get rough.
Whoa, hey.
All right.
Technically, I think that
Re-education.
the fucker that's usually thought of as a triplane, so technically that's not accurate, but who cares? It's a joke.
What? The mercenaries have breached the castle defenses? All of you go! Defend this tower to the last man! Don't worry, my dear. I still have time to finish with your readjustment.
Let me out of here and I'll readjust your face.
Okay, partner. Looks like the Shadow Guard is out of the picture. You ready to free our violent little princess?
Affirmative. That Iron Tech 250 is a fully integrated system. Access to Carmelita's restraints has to be in this old terminal somewhere.
Boy, be careful there, buddy. You might, cause some completely unintended weird side effects. Why do we start the castle self-destruct sequence? Okay, yeah, I can tell that the shooty ship is a slightly different shape. I wasn't sure at first, but yeah, it's... It's a bit more rounded. It's just that from the sort of dimensions that I'm getting here, I couldn't tell that very easily. Yep. Ooh, real close call there, actually.
That should do it.
Oh, wow, all of that...
Aha. I've isolated the brain pattern.
That's all that was necessary to remove the green glow from her eyes.
Okay, new best friend. Hands up, and I mean all of them.
My dear, you really should. Shadow Guard! Shadow Guard!
Come back here, you witch!
They even weakened the sound effects on her electric gun.
She's trying to resolve her problems with the shock pistol.
She is rather truculent. Stand clear, Sly. This might have a lot.
Yeah, we prefer regular firearms around here, especially tank guns apparently, but ooh,
Bentley,
nice slow motion.
you okay?
This is no place for an asthmatic. But I've located one of the clockwork eyes. Can you find the other?
No worries, chaps. It's safely in hand.
Neela?
Thanks for clearing out the Contessa. Nothing I did could pry her away from the clockwork eyes. One should be enough for the old bird. Ta-ta!
Bentley, take the eye and escape on the blimp. I'm going after Neela.
Oh,
The plan! This wasn't in the plan!
well, sometimes you have to adjust. Which is what we're doing, apparently.
Attention all bombers! Focus your attack on the Contessa's blimp.
Heads up, Bentley. You're about to come under fire. Get to the blimp's turret and...
Okay, now why did I think we had to fight her? We don't have a health meter.
Attention all bombers! Focus your attack on the
I haven't seen the recent ban list, so
You're about to come under fire. Get to the blimp's turret and stay sharp.
I don't know what the current status for that is, so yeah. Nothing really to say there. Hello.
Attention all bombers! Focus your attack on the Contessa's blimp.
Heads up, Bentley. You're about to come under fire. Get to the blimp's turret and stay sharp.
Would you give me a second game? Like, seriously, I'm going probably literally as fast as I can right now.
Focus your attack on the Contessa's blimp.
Heads up, Bentley. You're about to come under fire. Get to the blimp's turret and stay sharp.
Also, we've really just sort of got to predict the path a little bit there in that part, right? Or fail a few times until we get there. Oh, where the... Oh, I see the particles. Okay. Good old game design where at least part of it is focused on making you fail a few times before you can actually succeed. It's not as bad as some games, to be fair. Okay, she is relatively in the air. Well, okay, I don't know anything past that because she's high up and there's no radar detection here.
Attention all bombers. Focus your attack on the contested
What now, Roundy?
Heads up, Bentley. You're about to come under fire. Get to the blimp's turret and
I have...
sharp.
Gee, in terms of anything magic related, I mean, other than obviously the main news that anybody has actually been talking about, and I'm sure that will last for all of 2 minutes. Hey, fuck off. Game, calm down here.
Attention all bombers. Focus your attack on the contested blimp.
Heads up, Bentley. You're about to come under fire. Get to the blimp's turret and stay sharp.
Well, I think that is actually a pretty good approximation of what people's response was to the news. Which... I made a bit of a joke about this last time. In fact, it was basically the last thing that I said in the stream, I'm pretty sure. Making a joke about this. So, the thing that I'm referring to that has been, like, the thing people have discussed is that Wizards of the Coast recently revealed a tie-in set, a Universes Beyond set for The Hobbit, which, you know, again, Magic does their crossover stuff now, and they are not content with one Lord of the Rings tie-in, which I maintain you don't really need any of those, because Magic is like a fantasy property from a Western creator that existed after Lord of the Rings. It's basically got enough shit in it that's already Lord of the Rings coded that, like, just use your fucking imagination with the names a little bit, and you will get there on your own. But that's not even the... Where the hell am I compared to where she is? I'm just going to get out in front, and that's not going to help me. So, the actual news story here, let me straighten up in my chair a little bit. Oh, my controller is trying to run away. Is that they did a big reveal for it at their convention in Las Vegas. And they revealed a version of a chase card, which is meant to represent the One Ring. It was illustrated with some very large air quotes there by Dan Frazier. And for some people, that name may not necessarily mean a ton. I'm not expecting people who aren't, like, invested in Magic to know who that is. But basically, Dan Frazier is a very, very popular artist and very well-regarded artist in the game who painted a lot of very popular artifacts over the years. He is probably most notable for the fact that he painted the original 5 Moxen. So, you know, when you illustrate some of the most powerful cards in the entire game, you are kind of an iconic artist for the purposes of describing the game's aesthetic. Also, we're definitely about to lose this one because that failed so badly. Holy shit, Roundy. I will respond to that in a moment. That's great. But, yeah, so to finish the story, it turns out that this artwork was, like, entirely stolen. The ring that's in there was illustrated by another Magic artist for an MTG card already, and it was basically just pasted over literally a store-bought asset. They just put it over a backdrop that, by all accounts, it seems like it was literally just a piece of marble paper that Dan bought from the store. And there's a lot that goes into, like, what's the deal here, but obviously all the usual suspects are making conspiracy theories because a lot of people genuinely think that their version of events makes more sense because they absolutely know anybody who's involved here, right? But I digress. The latest is that they made a Mr. Monopoly Planeswalker card as a Heroes of the Realm card for the developer of some shitty predatory mobile Monopoly game. Oh god, yeah, this is a shitty predatory Monopoly mobile game that I'm vaguely aware of. God, last time we lost at like the very end too. Heesh. Oh.
You really should watch where you're going. This place is dangerous.
Least you can do is be quick about it, man.
Don't you dare! That eye is mine! It's mine!
Actually, Mr. Cooper, the eye belongs to me.
Oh boy, it's time for a boss fight. The card may have actually been from 2023. I don't know if I've ever seen it, to be honest with you, but I don't know all of the Heroes of the Realm cards off the top of my head. Except that I know that there was one that was done for the Universes Beyond team, so, like, inherently the project is kind of something that I have negativity toward. Okay, that's a bit of a stretch. A lot of it is just, like, internal stuff, but,
Sorry about that.
yeah, if that's a thing that's just being found out about recently, and people are, like, trying to treat it like it's recent, that I'm not really, you know, I would discount that a little bit, but also, I would kind of say that if you're doing it for this developer, and again, it's very specifically tied to this particular mobile game as opposed to being just Monopoly related in general, because I'm pretty sure that Monopoly is owned by Hasbro, which is arguably almost ironic in some sense, but I digress. Yeah, bad jokes. Anyway. It is one of those things where it's like, okay, if it just came out now, it would be a bad look compared to with regard to the union busting shit happening. Yes. If it came out a million years ago, it's a bad look for other reasons. Most notably, the fact that the developer of that, I believe, is owned by the Saudi government. And, you know, again, that's a royal family's personal ownership of things. Not me being like, yes, this country, although, you know, I don't want to talk geopolitics or necessarily the...
All clear.
What do you mean? I didn't kill all of those. That's weird.
Rendezvous.
Come back here, Contessa. That getaway blimp won't save you.
Merciful Hades. Sly, can you read me? Carmelita shot out the guidance system, and the blimp's descending at a decidedly unsafe rate. I'm going down! Down! Down!
Oh no. This is an entire comedy of errors. Anyway.
That eye belongs to me, and I want it back.
No way.
I'm a...
You think I'm crazy?
Predatory aristocrat should be black and white. It also would fit with the color scheme, but,
Not crazy, just stupid. You're an ignorant child playing dress up.
I'm
to
assuming
your
that
father's legacy. Oh, I know
it's
all about you and
that whoever was designing it, air quotes designing it,
Needs to be destroyed.
it's just some dullard who was like, oh yeah, red is the color that loves doing stuff with treasure, right?
I'm above all that.
Anyway.
Good and evil.
And you think I'd give the eye to someone that's above morality?
Enough talk, insect. It will be
Everybody who says they're above morality is the biggest fucking freak that you've ever met. So, like, come on. Okay, at least this isn't a where we're restricted to not getting hit situation. Because we have had a lot of cases here
Give me the clockwork eye.
of just...
Give it here. Now keep your hands up 10 minutes after I leave. I'll be watching.
Carmelita Sheen. Oh, the guys are going to kill me.
There have been a lot of situations in this chapter where we're carrying an item and we have to not get hit or we lose it and it kills the mission.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that an immoral act?
We actually kind of got close there because her health bar is sort of like fake segmented into 4. I mean, yeah, that is honestly kind of true. I guess the only solace there is that it's like these are even less canon than anything related to universes beyond.
Hands up, turtle. Give me the clockwork eye. I said give it here. Now keep your hands up 10 minutes after I leave. I'll be watching.
Carmelita Sheen. Oh, the guys are going to kill me.
But, you know, maybe that's just me being a bit snarky about it, I guess. Anyway.
Error of my ways.
I feel sorry for you. All your
Demanding that the Noid gets a Planeswalker card. Go into a Domino's Pizza with a... Oh, sorry. That might be a little bit dark of a joke.
An intellectually superior opponent.
Anyway, that was a really easy fight. How the fuck did we lose that? There's got to be more to this, right?
Not the eye?
Yeah, while you were busy getting...
The eye?
While you were busy getting punched in the face...
How's this thing work? What's this do? And this?
Guys, help! Carmelita took the eye, and she's trying to get away in one of the Contessa's tanks.
Don't worry about it, little buddy. I won't let her get away.
Shoot at her tank to incapacitate it. She won't be harmed, and we'll get the eye.
Are you sure about that? I'm pretty sure that's not how that works, but okay. Yeah, see, this is great, because I do not have the level of coordination involved with the tank controls yet.
Note to
Fuck.
avoid explosive barrels.
I kind of got stuck on a post there that I didn't know was,
Keep on shelling her to stop that tank.
Yeah, basically, I think that my thoughts about the Monopoly card kind of end at this is gross, but for slightly, mostly the same reasons, I guess, but also maybe different. Anyway, yeah, because I can't control this goddamn tank to save my life. That we screwed that up. But if anybody wants to take it as some sort of like specific
Do?
thing to do with character
Carmelita
in universe,
and she's trying to get away in one of
do I have to watch the cutscene every time I inevitably fail this like 10 times in a row?
Let her get away.
'Cause that's gonna be really annoying.
Shoot at her tank to incapacitate it. Keep on shelling her to stop that tank.
Well, one thing that I can kind of do is I can just sort of move the appropriate stick either left or right, and that will usually get me enough power to turn. I guess. So, you know, there's your pro tip, is that you don't have to do the forward-backward thing perfectly with it.
Come around to pick up Bentley for a quick exit. Do what you can, Sly. We'll all hook up at the rendezvous for extraction.
I didn't know this was an extraction game.
There's
Anyway.
nowhere left to run. We both know I can beat you in a fight. So why don't you just hand over the eye?
You're right, Cooper. In a battle of strength, you've proven yourself. But with this clockwork eye, I can battle in your mind.
Oh wow, avoid the very large telegraphed green laser beam. Stay behind her, which has been the strategy the whole time, because she charges out in a very spidery kind of way. You know, the way spiders do. Although that is a very funny effect when you get hit by it, so, you know, credit where it's due. Anyway, shit, I forgot the thing I was saying, but I was gonna say that if we should take that as canon, as like anything to do with, you know, any real characters, do we also assume the Post Malone secret lair is canon also? And I'm mostly bringing that up because I think it's really funny.
I never would have guessed.
Is Post Malone actually Zur the Enchanter and Carrick and all those other card choices that he chose because, you know, edgelord tastes?
The Contessa was arrested.
The most generic white man you've ever met.
While working for Interpol. Their PR damage control went one step further by promoting Neela, the hero of Prague, to the rank of captain. Carmelita, still on the outs with Interpol, had to run with the rest of us. To my surprise and eternal delight, I got to help my favorite policewoman escape from the cops. I tried to put it all out of my mind. This claw business was spiraling out of control, and I knew that my gang was at the center of it. We'd be back in action soon enough, but for now, well, we just laid low for a while.
You know, I was going to say something about what if Lupin and Zenigata had this level of sexual tension, but then I realized they do, actually. Let's get right into the next episode here. He Who Tames the Iron Horse. Looks like a train job. This is our Canada scenario.
Following the trail of spice shipments, we made our way up to Nunavut Bay, Canada, the secret hub of Jean Bisson's shipping empire. As a young man, he trekked across Canada to strike it rich during the gold rush of 1852. An avid prospector, he took some chances and ended up buried alive in an avalanche. Miraculously, the quick freeze kept him alive, and 120 years later, thanks to global warming, he thawed out. A product of his time, he dreams of taming the wild north, damming every river and chopping down all the trees, with progress delivered at the sharp end of an axe. Shipping spice for the Claw Gang proved a lucrative way to bankroll his one-man war against nature. And yet, I have to feel a little sorry for him. He's just a normal guy from the 1850s. Back in his day, he'd be a hero, but today, he's a villain. Either way, that man's got more than his fair share of the clockwork parts. What a low-tech guy like Jean Bisson is doing with robot parts is a mystery. I almost don't want to know. But as always, it's only a matter of time before I find out.
He just thinks they look cool. Anyway, that's a hell of a backstory for this. Oh yeah, he got frozen alive and then he thawed out because of global warming. It's both hilarious and morbid at the same time. Thanks, Sucker Punch. That was an interesting choice. Oh, these games are really dumb. Anyway, just like every video game, to be honest with you. Oh boy, we are going to need a lot of coinage in order to get any of these upgrades.
I've got a lead on the clockwork parts. Head through town and out into the wilderness.
And you know what that means, everybody? It's time to get into some fights! And also go look for more of these green bottles, which, with this color scheme, they may stand out better. Actually, I'm already liking this color pattern a hell of a lot more than the last 3 chapters. Good lord. It's been a while since we've had a setup that might actually provide some visibility. So, yeah, it's basically taken me half an hour to get through the whole bit here about those 2 pieces of magic-related news. They did sort of also reveal some parts of Reality Fracture's story a little bit, and they kind of explained this thing. Wizards has been claiming, or at least Mark Rosewater has been claiming, that Reality Fracture will have some sort of new technology that they've apparently been trying to get working for years and haven't been able to pull off properly. From the looks of things, it appears to be that you get, when you open a booster of Reality Fracture, there will be a card from the alternate universe, which I'll talk about that in a bit. And also a card from the main universe that relates to it. Basically sort of as a helper for lore-related reasons, because obviously not everybody's going to be too invested in Magic lore, because quite frankly, Wizards of the Coast has not been using that asset to its fullest whatsoever. And I say this as granted, I say this as somebody who, like, actually really likes a lot of Magic story. I'm somebody who will actually find something to defend in the rather infamous March of the Machines story, which is saying a lot. That I'm a very special kind of stupid, but anyway. Now, my first take on that is, first of all, isn't this already a thing they could do? Didn't they do that before? Or am I misremembering? In particular, that would be... What I'm thinking of here is... the embalm tokens in Amonkhet, I think, were already doing that. Now, I don't remember for sure, but I think that was the case. If someone wants to tell me that I'm an idiot here, then that's very possible. Did I hear that they're remaking Star Fox 64 again? For, like, what is this? Like, the 20th time so far in this entire franchise? Because Star Fox has only 2 games. Star Fox and Star Fox Adventures. Asterisk, this is only a slight exaggeration. Yeah, there just have been there have been a very large amount of remakes of it. And my opinion kind of goes like, first of all, I don't really care that much. I'm not a huge Star Fox fan. I'm not a huge Nintendo fan, which is its own thing that also includes that a little bit. Hey, cool, large gold bar. Those are always useful when you need a large bar of gold. Huh. Ready to fire up the hater jets. I'm very neutral towards Star Fox, but I do kind of have to say that it's like, it's definitely a franchise that does not have all that many moves. And also, if you're literally just remaking Star Fox 64, my hot take with regard to Star Fox is that Star Fox Adventures was probably all right, and I would be totally okay with, like, okay, gotta have the asterisks here, but relatively speaking, I'd be totally okay with someone remaking it. You know, by the standards of remakes and by the standards of it being a Nintendo product. And remember that Nintendo still sucks as a corporation because they are a corporation. But I think that most people's opinions about Star Fox Adventures are tied up in an old JonTron video. And realistically, at that point, that's pretty embarrassing for you, guys. I'm not going to lie. A bunch of people who have never played the game before going, Stairfax temperatures. Yeah, no, you don't get a spot at the table anymore. And we do get to make fun of you for it. Anyway. I think that would be significantly more interesting news, though, is the end result there, because otherwise it's like, oh boy, it's another Star Fox game. Cool. Whatever, I don't care. It's the exact same as all the others. Asterisk, slight exaggeration. If I wanted to play Star Fox 64, I could just play Star Fox 64. Also, genuinely, isn't Star Fox 64 on the Switch Online thing anyway? Which means it probably plays like shit, but that does mean that Nintendo is out here charging you for a game that you may very well already own in a case like that. But Nintendo fans are huge marks anyway. Honestly, that's true of everyone who's a fan of video games on some level, but oh boy. Nintendo fans are the ones who are the most proud of it. So to use those hooks, by the way, we have to hold up on the stick while we jump. It's a little bit strange, but okay. Mostly because it's also the first time we've seen that input tech. I think my opinion might also kind of fall a little bit in the oh now you care sort of way. Because it's just sort of like, oh yeah, suddenly Star Fox was in the Galaxy movie. Oh, suddenly we're giving Star Fox a whole ass Nintendo Direct. Like what, now this is a major franchise and not just somebody that people know from fucking Melee? Okay. Whatever you say, Nintendo. It's this kind of sensible decision-making and not a captive audience that have led to you being the most loved of the major video game corporations, even though that's as deserved as any of the others. Feeling kind of like Street Fighter 2 right now. Yeah, a little bit. That's not wrong. Oh, whoops. I didn't get to finish the thing I was saying about reality fracture, but the story for it is basically that Jace, the main blue mage and poster boy of the Magic series at this point, went and did something stupid and unlocked or created, it is hard to tell, a parallel universe, and he's decided to go for the one that is the most in his vision of what the world should be like, because he is so fucked up in the head because of multiple apocalypses. And first of all, they're just turning Jason to Urza, except less attractive. And I think that that is a little bit lame. And jokes aside, there have been people saying it's going to be his villain arc. Yes, because he turned Chandra into a cop. Obviously, it's going to be his villain arc. Just not the way the writers intend. Oh, I thought this dude was carrying a gigantic bazooka of some sort, because all I saw was the profile of his horns and the handgun part. No, he's just carrying this dinky little like foil cone sticking out of a handle. Jason Lamer will accept it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the one thing that I will give them is that at bare minimum, WotC's writer's room 30 years later does kind of understand that the main trait of any of the major blue mages, you know, mono blue characters that they put forward, is that they desperately need some mental help. Like, you know, Jace is just the newest manifestation of that. After Urza, after Ixidor, now we've got Jace doing this. And it's like, yeah. Men will literally create a parallel universe where they turn a friend into a cop so that way they can deal with their trauma related to the apocalypse happening multiple times rather than go to therapy. There's probably other major mono blue characters that I've forgotten about, but who cares about them? As someone who enjoyed Planar Chaos, my feelings about Reality Fracture started off very early on as like, oh, hey, they're doing Planar Chaos 2.0. This will be interesting. And now it's like, well, I'm not sure how well that's going to work from a mechanical standpoint, because now it's just feeling a little bit like this sort of Marvel what-if ass plotline on some level. But I suppose that was to be expected. And also, I'm curious if I'm gonna be able to cash in my bets about the Edge of Eternity's Tezzeret being somehow an altar, you know? Which was, I don't know if I posted that in your Discord or not, Roundy, but that is my current guess right now, is because I don't care how much machine the man is, he doesn't suddenly become not extremely blue, which is kind of also Tezzeret, another borderline case of mono blue guys are basically men will do this stupid thing rather than go to therapy. This is on the PS2. But yeah, again, cautious optimism, and I think, truth be told, cautious optimism is all I can ever have with anything magic related anymore. After how many times they keep going into any sort of like anything, and it's just like, okay, you have kind of beefed this so badly with the entire Omen Path storyline. You've done fucked up with every single one of these sets for the last several years in some way or another. And you might be saying, well, what did they fuck up about Woe or Lost Caverns? Well, they fucked up by having that much time be spent on what's his name? Kellen? Kellen. Yeah. I mean, I suppose also the part where they continue to tease the Fomori for like years and they haven't done anything with it. Kellen just seems like the biggest wet fart of a character in the entire story at this particular juncture, which is truly saying a lot, because, oh boy, they fuck up with so many of these characters. As if we really needed a... Yeah.
Ransacking his files doesn't sound hard. Now, climbing up a sheer rock wall, that'll be a challenge.
You're in luck. Before Jean Bisson took over, this used to be a popular destination for rock climbers. Some of their old wall hooks are still around.
I'm guessing...
Here's the tutorial.
Circle button to latch on.
That's right. And remember to lean back before you spring off the hook. You'll get more altitude.
Thanks for the tip. I'll give it a try.
Alright, well, there's our tutorial. Hooray. Like, I think that a large part of it, with regard to Reality Fracture on the whole, is going to come down to... It's going to end up feeling like one of those sets that seems real big, because you'll understandably be able to go, oh wow, they've spent actual years building this up, because there's, if I recall correctly, there was some shit where they say something like, oh well, we needed Proft's magic for something in this, but on the other hand, you're gonna go, yeah, but you piece this together. This is buildup of the 3 least impressive years of...
Of course, for you, chum, always. Although, must we communicate through that dreadful speakerphone? Yeah, I can think better while my legs move. Pumps blood to your brain. Yes, of course.
God, he is so American.
Blood in one's brain. But do tell, is there some pressing matter you'd like to discuss? First off, are you still coming on schedule to get that Northern Lights battery? Yes, we're well underway. My blimp should arrive at the end of the week. Bullseye. For a second, when you gonna give me a look-see at that clockwork brain of yours? I'd sure like to buy it off you. Be song, you covetous troglodyte. You've already got the lion's share of the parts. Would you take my meager portion of the robotic bird for your own and strip me of all my earthly pleasures? Easy there, partner. You're all up in a lather. It's just that I found some real use for the clockwork parts I got. Why, I put 3 of them in the engines of my best trains. With those robotic doohickeys feeding the fire, them trains will run all night and all day. I call them my iron horses. Of course, I gotta keep
Yeah.
that hidden. Stuffed them in my 3 trophy bass. Sounds like you're making capital use of your share of the robotic loot. But for now, the clockwork brain stays with me on the blimp. Although, when I arrive to pick up the Northern Lights battery, I might be persuaded to give you a peek.
Sly, did you hear that? Bisson's hidden the Iron Horse blueprints in his trophy bass. Head for the fish on top of the fireplace and steal those plans.
Yes, the blimp's hypnotist wavelengths conform to the specs drawn up by the...
Neat. Oh.
Now
puzzle. The missing link.
That wasn't too hard to get around. I actually thought they were going to get spotted basically right off the hop there. Yeah, Star Fox 64 being remade. Like I was sort of... I guess the follow-on joke here is that they really just couldn't come up with an original game or something. You know, I'll be rude about it. It's totally unnecessary, but hey. So now I've got to find these cabins basically on my own, huh? Yeah, because this is one thing that the mapping does not like to do. Oh, I just barely heard that bottle. Yeah, and for right now, that's about the majority of things that I know that are going on that are in any way related to my interests. I'm sure there's a bunch of other video games that are coming out other places, but I don't keep up that much with video game news because I'm not really that invested in playing any in all that many newer games right now. I don't have any current generation consoles. I highly doubt that's going to change. And with the prices of PC components, and the fact that this isn't pay worth a shit, and I'm kind of not employed right now, yeah, there's a whole lot of things that are kind of in the way of like, yeah, I'm not likely to play any new games for a while. So... yeah, not really too high on my list of things to pay great attention to right now, but the fact that that upgrade changed the animation for that is really throwing me off. Yeah, don't ever do that in real life. Don't think you can run past a train. So are these active or not? I mean, yes, actually. It's just that the other one didn't seem to be animate. No, it is. They're just so, like, randomly placed, except for this last one. Well, last two, really, but... huh. Strange. Although I guess they're also probably partially set up so that way you have to have a bad time picking that item up and taking it back.
Yep, just like I thought. Get to the fish above the mantle and steal those blueprints.
Whoa. Reset the room. I cornered that a little bit badly. Also, I'm going to be honest. Speaking of things related to magic, that if the release of Reality Fracture and the move to the next major 3-year story arc, because I assume they're going to keep doing that sort of structure. Fuck. If that comes with a reconfigurance of how they deal with the amount of certain types of cards in a set, in order for them to not have them be so massively stocked with legendary creatures as just sort of being like, hey, Commander players, here's something for you to build around, and it's not really that much of a thing that matters. Like, I would like them to stop building for Commander because I think that, well, first of all, on some level, it undercuts the level of the creativity involved with the format. And it also does seem to keep constantly leading to them making broken and unfun shit in that format. Bruh, do I even have time to, like, do what I'm trying to do here? Or am I going to have to... I'm probably just going to have to fight these guys the regular way, which is very unappealing in this size of a crowd, but hey. Well, now we can just go through and do a quick smash and grab before we move on to getting the actual objective. Because again, we still want a large amount of coins because there's still quite a few power-ups for us to pick up. See? It's not that hard at all. I just have to actually get around to it. Yeah, the bottles I don't think are actually capable of dropping anything, so forget about that. Let's get out of here. Now I'm still not completely sure. Oh, okay, no, they do show the targets. I just hadn't noticed it before. Maybe because I was so far away from where I had to go before.
filthy bass is above the fireplace. Be careful.
I'm sure it'll be fine, probably. Well, I ruined it. It's just a bunch of geese with shovels. I'm sure it's fine. Not something one would usually say because, yeah, I mean, I'm sure that a goose armed with a shovel in real life, if it knew how to use it, it would kick your ass, but... Well, this isn't real life. So apparently we can fight them off. The weird evolutionary arms race of giving geese opposable digits. That would be, horrible, I think, is the right word for it, but don't take my word for it.
Exceptional work, Sly. That's the last of the blueprints.
Now, if I can just remember that this is the place I have to come back to once I have all 30 bottles, which we're already well on our way, but...
Armed with all 3 blueprints, we should be able to isolate and track the Iron Horse trains through that satellite dish.
Top of the mountain, huh? Shouldn't take long.
I guarantee nothing and will deliver even less, somehow. Oh yeah, those guys are way far away. Whoa, hey, oh, no. The way the music kicked in, I thought I was getting into a fight, but no, it's just a... Well, the bear wants to kill us now, obviously, because, well... Grizzly bears are just kind of a problem. Again, another thing that a Magic player would know until they replace him with the Runeclaw Bear in M10, and the world hasn't been the same since. Good lord, Roundy, you have been up for a while. Get some sleep. I will see you later. Thanks for dropping in. Alright, let's watch out for those bears again. As apparently, on top of everything else, we gotta look out for the bears. Oh, boy. Chicago's dangerous, man. Any reason for that? Oh, that's probably used for something later. Oh, Besides, I don't know that that's actually the route that we need to take for this anyway. Yeah, so what I was saying before about pushing up on the stick, it was situational. We were just at the right angle where pushing up was the correct play. Elsewhere, it's going to be to pull back.
This appears to be the only way up. Keep an eye out for those rock climber wall hooks. They might be useful.
But here we've got a hook that is in a different direction, so that's interesting. Oh no, that's just a treasure. I was like, wait a second.
This is great.
Also, that big bird definitely tried to steal our hat.
GPS system. It's all on my computer. Head back to the safe house. I'll crunch some numbers and give you and Murray the rundown.
At which point, Sly takes his hat off anyway, so maybe it got halfway there or something.
Thanks to Sly's efforts, we now know the location of all 3 of the local clockwork parts. 2 lugs and a stomach. John Bisson has grafted each piece to the engine in one of his Iron Horse trains. This improvement allows the trains to run all night and all day. We won't have the luxury of sneaking in while they're stopped. While they're in motion, the only way aboard is through a hatch on the caboose roof, which unfortunately has been locked down. These need to go. First, collect the spice gas from the balloons above town, and then land on the back of the caboose to blow off the locks. Once the way is cleared, I'll suit up and jump into Iron Horse number 1 while it passes near town. With some luck, we'll have the first clockwork lug in a few hours.
Okay. Dump some of this stuff. We don't have a ton, but we got something anyway. Go out here and take a quick look up to the skyline. We've got... It looks like just 2 Sly missions. Yeah, look out for the bear. Bear feels like ignoring me for another moment or so while I deal with this guy. That'd be great. Thankfully, the bear doesn't seem to be all that interested in us until we get that close to it. Fortunately, he's also going over to that tunnel, which is a place I was going to go. It was just that guy hearing us. Or seeing us. Alright. Tornado him away, and... we're gonna go back around. We're gonna go grab that bell. Because yes, I do need the cash this much. Still trying to get the lay of the land here a little bit. Yeah, see, I was pretty sure it was here, but I'm dumb. Oh yeah, I should be able to pick up the hover pack. That seems like the more important out of those. This guy's taking a lot of damage. At least it sure feels like it. I think it's because the other guy was just soaking all the hits. Yeah, our health is kind of low right now. Not really great. Here's some bear-related violence going on back there. Worst time for me here the bottle, because I would love to go get that, but right now is not a good time for it. Not while I'm on a clock like this. There we go. That's better. We got it, and it's not even worth as much as that damn bell. That's incredible. Oh, hey, here's this plane wreck. Hey, Retro. I didn't realize that dude was facing me. Maybe it's not wrecked. Sort of looks like it. Or at least did from a distance. Yeah, no, I didn't have a lot to say for a moment, that's all. I was probably trying to figure out where the hell I was going. Because I don't really have the lay of the land here yet. I mean, this place is easier to figure out than the last one, I think. It sure feels like it, but maybe that's just because it has a color pattern that's not, like, just two extremely dark colors. Sure, it's all very bright colors, but at least they're different bright colors, too. Get out of the way of the train. It's okay. I think I have to go over here for a bottle anyway. Yeah, that's right. Whoa. Okay, I was gonna say, when's the other shoe gonna drop? The answer was, it honestly took a little bit longer than I thought it would. You guys sincerely take like 6 hits at this point? I think they do. That's kind of unnecessary. I mean, really, again, it's another type of game where it's like they don't want you to take too many fights. Because, obviously, but jeez. Sometimes you're just kind of screwed and you don't have a whole lot of other options. And so you end up with that sort of tension in terms of level design and so on. Psst. I should be able to fix that, though. Not as easily as I'd like, but... yeah, I guess I gotta backtrack to repair this issue. Got an item. It's just a big old sapphire. Yeah, let's yoink that ruby, and... right, so there's that location. Which means that now it's time to do this part, which... this scenario is literally stolen out of a Sly Cooper 1 level. I don't think it's the same pattern exactly, but the basic tenet is literally a thing that you saw in World 4 of Sly 1.
We need to break into the Iron Horse trains, but the only way in through the caboose is locked. To blow the locks off, you'll need to collect the ultra-unstable denatured spice gas from those balloons floating above town.
How am I supposed to get up there to collect the spice gas?
Murray's already commandeered this ice plane. Jump on its strut, and he'll fly you up to a good paragliding altitude. Oh, and strap on a special vacuum backpack. It'll automatically collect the spice gas after you've popped a balloon.
Sounds like fun.
Once you've collected enough gas, you'll have to land directly on the train's caboose.
Why directly on the caboose?
Denatured spice gas is very unstable at lower altitudes. Unless you land on the caboose, you won't have time to get the gas tank to the lock before it blows up.
So you're saying I either land on the caboose or get blown to bits?
That's correct. Chemistry can be a harsh mistress.
We consider just dropping it. It might. Well, okay, that might not even work.
We're going up. Remember to use your paraglider.
The spice gas is lighter than air. Popping balloons should keep you aloft.
Just give me a reset here. And we're not allowed to land on the other part of the caboose. We're not allowed to drop it right on the lock. Is that what I'm to understand? That makes total sense. And by that, I mean... Oh boy, this game is a real ass. And this, of course, is not going to take any of the trains out of the running here. Wait, did that not count? Oh, see, that one worked in terms of that landing. Oh, I'm sorry. Do I have to hit more of... Okay, because it's the meter on the back of our thing. That is rather awkward. I mean, it's like good for them to have that as part of an actual object.
That did it. You've got a full tank of gas. Time to land on a caboose.
Oh, I overshot. Damn. Hey, we need a reset on that one because we screwed up.
That did it. You've got a full
Oh, see, they're not gonna send me back to the plane for free if I actually succeeded at one of these. Oh well. That's kind of the normal way that most things are handled in Sly, actually. So, truth be told, I can't seriously comment that much on it. Yeah.
The gas tank is full. Find a caboose and try for a landing.
Excellent.
Meet Murray at the ice plane. You guys are doing great. There's just one caboose left.
All right, one more.
One more caboose. Try not to get blown up.
You're full up on gas. Target the last caboose.
Damn it! We were real close, but anyway.
You're full up on gas. Target the last caboose.
There we go. That's better.
Yes, you guys did it. All the Iron Horse trains are unlocked.
Well, that's a way to open a lock, I guess. That makes absolutely not a good idea amount of sense, but okay. Let's get Bentley out here and have him do the next bit of business. All right, Bentley, you're up.
This here's John Basson. That was a quality job you boys did unloading the spice off them boats. Soon enough, I'll have one of them special Iron Horse trains come by and pick it all up for distribution. Stay sharp, and once this here spice business is taken care of, we'll have ourselves a hunting party. Go out into the woods and kill us some bears, eh?
thing. See the mission in a place that... Okay, no, I can get there. I just didn't see that thing before.
According to this timetable, Iron Horse number 1 should be passing by any time now.
I see it. It's moving awfully fast.
Just jump on the caboose and go in through the hatch. Piece of cake.
Oh, I need to assign that to another thing, don't I? That's not what how I was expecting to have to use that. That's fine. I need that anyway. Oh, that is not very fast at all. Oop. We almost overshot that. Whoops. And let's check the area for any supplies in the form of coinage that we can pick up here. Whoa. Oh, those are gone. Those ones, however, are not. Which is nice, because it did also have the health restoration, so... You know, this train seems a lot longer than it was earlier. Oh yeah, it's being hard blocked by the barrel. I see what the problem is here. Yeah, I think he's toast. That doesn't look like it's very passable. Honestly, this side kind of doesn't either, but... Yeah, see, that time I know that I missed that dude. Oh, whoa, he wakes up. I don't think I realized that. Oh. Yeah, I guess it had to happen eventually. I missed. Not that time, though. What? It's ill-advised. Oh. Hey. Fuck. That guy's going back to not paying attention, which is great for me. That's not the fact that the guy just immediately woke up as soon as I... Would you stop that? Well, we got the first lung. That's pretty good.
Outstanding. Chalk up one strange robot organ for us, and one less iron horse train for John Bassan.
Alright, well, time to get back to the safe house. I mean, truth be told, I could have ridden that train for a while and tried to use it to seek out some more bottles, but... Think it'd be easier to do that while I'm playing as Sly. Guy who can actually do stuff. Oh yeah, we got nothing to do with that. I'll be right back, everybody, after I do this. Okay, I'm back. And we're returning to the gameplay here. Again, the fact that the animation is different now throws me off so easily. I'm going back to Bottle Quest for a moment here. So we're 5 off. Yeah, see, I had a feeling there was one in this area. Because this area seems like it's guarded by the bears constantly, so they would want to give us a bit of challenge by making that be a constant problem. Ah, good. It looks like the bear got distracted. Right, that's the mountain. Here's the gun truck. Not that gun truck. That's a different funny animal game. Okay, only 3 more to go. And I think I said I had 25 earlier when I had 24. Whoops. Big deal. Who fucking cares? Well, it's not drawn in there yet, that's for sure. Ah, there it is. Two more to go. Unfortunately, that ain't gonna get us any of them. But I believe we haven't gone on that little boat over there, have we? Maybe we have been here. It just did not look familiar at all. I think there's one more in this area. It sure sounds like it. And that small necklace just kind of looks like a big ring, really. But hey. I guess that's technically true, but... I think usually a necklace would want to be less of a single solid piece than that, but hey. Just gonna sit here and wait for another train to come by. Or we're gonna fall off because I was goofing around. Okay, I see one coming this way, so this shouldn't be long. Just using this to try to see if there's anywhere. Looks a little bit inaccessible, or hard to access anyway. Or we can very obviously hear a bottle, and the answer to that was not really. I mean, technically it gets us over here. Which, to be fair, is quite near a location of a bottle that is otherwise very hard to get at, but not going to give us quite the win that we want here. Whoa. I hadn't processed what that was. All I saw was like a weird metal thing. Oh. Yeah, see, these guys still only take 4 hits, but the basic foot soldiers seem to be much hardier now. Which is kind of silly, actually, but... You know. Is this the one that Jean Bisson was in earlier? And he's still here. Well, okay, thankfully he's kind of dim, and we just stand right in front of his face, and he's like, oh, whatever, that's just a raccoon. That's completely a normal raccoon. Well, alright, dude. guess we'll get the fuck out of there then. Nope. Dang. I thought for sure that that guy would get targeted by the bear, but nope. Nope. That'll be number 29, right? Yes. The last one is around here somewhere, which is a great place for it because... Oh, I think it's literally on top of the cabin. Never mind, I was seeing something wrong there. Yep, 6 hits on those guys. Eesh. Alrighty. Get this shuckle fuck out of here. And now platform our way back up there. Go crack the vault, and then we start the next mission. Oh, are these jackasses back, really? Well, whatever, I don't care about them. I'm not going to fight them. Not unless the game makes me do it.
Jean Bison's in for another rude awakening the next time he checks in this vault. The code should be 129.
That did say rude awakening, not rude awakening. That's weird.
You got the music box move!
I have no idea what that does. Let's find out real quick. As soon as we're outside. Oh, are you not going to tell me unless I link it to something? Attract enemies didn't watch... Yep. I mean, that's potentially pretty handy. But for now, I'm sticking with the Rage Bomb. And here we go.
It's awful. I can't believe it.
Slow down, Bentley. What happened?
Murray, he went out looking for a snack and got captured by Inspector Fox.
Carmelita? She's here? Don't worry, Bentley. I know how to handle her.
But I don't know where she's locked up Murray. I'm used to having all the facts.
Calm down. Carmelita's not cruel like the Contessa. I'll follow her without being seen. She's bound to check on Murray sooner or later.
Okay, that's a good plan. Just don't get caught too. I don't want to be alone again.
You'll be fine, buddy. We got this. We got this.
Freeze, Cooper.
Well, okay, in theory we've got this. It's just I don't know her movement patterns yet. There's just a much different feel to this area compared to a lot of previous parts of the game. Maybe because everything just is so wide open in some parts here.
Freeze, Cooper.
Thankfully, she can only see in the range of her flashlight, which is exactly what a good cop does, right? She's literally just walking right past our safe house. Oh. That's my bad. I made a noise. Alright, surely this is worth our effort. It's the health that we didn't need. Remember, don't tail her too close. Ooh.
Hold still.
Damn it. I thought I was safe for a second because it didn't cut straight to the visual there, so... See, this is a little bit tough because I always worry about being considered too far away in these things. And then, of course, you can't stay too close unless you know exactly when and where she does her look-arounds. Looks around? Listen, you have to know when you have to get the hell out of there. Otherwise, it could be a problem. Honestly, really, they just made all the sound design around this character so much worse. Carmelita, not Sly. Her gun just sounds so fucking weak in this game.
Hey, criminal. You doing okay in there? I know it's tight, but you won't get shocked if you hold still.
I'm okay. And thanks for that bag of jelly beans. I was starving.
Won't be long now. Once I bust the other members of your gang, we'll get out of here.
I'm grateful for the jelly beans and all, but aren't you on the outs with Interpol right now?
I'm an honest cop. Busting the Cooper gang will prove my innocence and show everyone that Constable Neela set me up.
You mean
Yeah, I don't think it
Captain
were.
Neela? I hear she got promoted.
Whatever. Just sit tight. I'm going to look for your pals.
I mean, genuinely, do you want to be anywhere near that organization? Do you want to be on their good side?
Murray, I've come to break you out.
Fat chance. This thing is triple padlocked and Inspector Fox is carrying all the keys.
Come on, buddy. You know I'm an expert at pickpocketing.
She's tough, Sly. If you manage to get a key, you'd better run for it. Carmelita's sure to notice and chase after you.
Leave her to me.
Why do we never consider, like, lockpicking as a possibility?
What? My keys!
Oh, that's deep water. Fuck. Oh, I did it again. Crap. At least it's not an instant end of the mission this time. Unfortunately, since she's decided that she doesn't care about dealing with any of Jean Bisson's goons anymore, who are still following me.
I'll find you. You know I will.
Bring back your old voice. Mm.
You can't sneak up on me.
About that. I actually did. Twice. And I'll fucking do it again. I'll fucking do it again. Oh. This jackass is still on the loose here.
Hide and cower, worm. You're no match for me. Just Cooper.
Uh-huh. Oh. Oh, we're only almost dead this time.
Justice will find me. There's nowhere to hide.
It's not her that we have to be concerned about on any level. It's this stupid duck. There we go. The immortal words of Strongbad. Somebody get this freaking duck away from me.
Thanks, pal. I was getting a Charlie horse standing in that box.
My pleasure. You know how I love to mess around with Carmelita.
Yeah, that's weird. See you back at the safe house.
Things are going great. We've already stolen one of Jean Bassad's 3 clockwork parts. However, Iron Horse 2 and 3 are going to be a little tougher to crack. First, I'll need to hop aboard Iron Horse 2 and do a little preemptive RC chopper strike to clear out the air defenses. Once cleared, it'll be up to Sly to work his magic in the interior to get at that second clockwork lug. Murray, you'll need to trap some of the local bear cubs in order to unlock a nearby hand car. We're gonna need it to catch up with Iron Horse number 3. But don't worry, the cubs won't be hurt. Although I can't say the same for the guards.
Alright, let's pull Murray here and take a quick look at our mission set again. Oh, yeah, we got... We got some bear cubs to kidnap for some reason. Seems a little messed up. What do you guys got in store for this?
We'll need this hand car to chase down Iron Horse number 3. But for the time being, it's all...
Sure about that?
No problem. I'll tear that fence apart.
The metal's too resilient for my bombs or your muscle. No, for this job, we're going to have to rely on a stronger force. The love of a mother for her child.
You got something to tell me?
Of locating 2 juvenile bear cubs. If you put them together inside that fence, they'd surely start fighting. Bears at that age are particularly antisocial. Noise from the squabbles should bring their mother around to free the angry youths.
I get ya. That big mama bear will be able to smash the fence no problem to free her cubs.
That's correct.
Beware, cubs, for you are hunted by the Murray.
God, this game is so stupid sometimes.
somewhere in this bear cave. Be careful, Murray.
Oh, yeah. Either way. Yeah, the old big grizzly has a very very blacked out face there. A little bit more than I remember, so I had a bit of a hard time telling if it was the front or the back because I couldn't see a whole lot of details.
That was fast. The mother is already on her way. That was beautiful. Just like a nature documentary. Only more violent.
It's so stupid, dude. The fuck? Anyway. Excuse me. It looks like it's time to get out the turtle again. It's time for some turtling strategies here. Oh, hey. Fuck. There's a fucking train in the way. Who put this train here? Ah! Yeah, so far, as usual, the core wisdom is kind of remaining true. This game gets a hell of a lot better when you're not playing as Bentley. Oh, is she still out here? The shit? Do you mind? The answer is yes, apparently.
Heads up, Bentley. Here comes Iron Horse number 2. You and that RC chopper of yours ready?
We'll get the job done. Provided I can catch up with that train. Sly won't stand a chance making it through this train unless I neutralize the aerial defenses. Good thing I outfitted the RC chopper with a new cannon. Let's see. The X button drops bombs and the square button shoots forward.
Being honest with you, okay, yeah, he's got some weird missile guns here. I didn't say this does kind of seem like I could take it so far, but that could be a problem. Maybe foiled again. Yeah, this is much preferable to the other RC chopper sections we've had. Probably because this feels a little bit more like a classic shmup, a little bit. Not entirely, obviously, but at least when you compare it to some of those other sections where you had to deal with the turn arc and the fact that you were like constantly in motion. And it was just a pain in the ass, and yeah. Oops. Yeah, there's a lot to deal with here. Yeah, we're in a section that's basically just, you know, a little bit of a genre swap here. This era of 3D platformers, they love doing that, so. I also feel like a lot of times these games love doing shmup sections in general, too. I assume maybe the perception is that they're easy to design, which I don't know that that's true, but back when I was in community college, a effing decade, over a decade ago, I almost implied it was decades, not yet. But I took a class in making video games using Game Maker, and for my final project, the game that I made was a shmup also. So, I mean, I kind of get it. That it's like, hey, that does sound like it. And what I can tell you from a design perspective is, easy? Not necessarily. Oh. Jeez. Yeah, these bombs are not very fast to fire on, like, the forward missiles, so I was just dealing with the flying enemies first. Am I gonna find out that we were, like, right near the end of this? Also, did we have to get on the train to do this? Would we be, like, out of range if we didn't? Also, can we please be, like, almost done here? Well, it sounds like the answer to that is probably yes. Yeah, so I would say that, like, from the nuts and bolts, like, programming and game building kind of stuff,
Now it's all up to Sly to
a shmup is kind of easy to build, but in terms of level design, not necessarily. Okay, it is time to go and pull off that train heist here. All right, second of 3. The store is pretty good value, I'll tell you that much. Hell yeah. 3 train jobs in 1? Fuck yeah. We are very, very busy individuals. Although I'm not really sure these trains are all that different until they show us the insides. And then they really start acting like they are, which is very odd. It's like the TARDIS.
second iron horse train is coming too fast. You might not have time to jump on top.
Relax, Bentley. There's more than one way to get on top of that caboose.
I mean, yeah, we can just do this. Oh. Why can't I just wait for it to come back around?
Sly, grab the pipe on the caboose to catch hold and climb on top.
Oh, there's a tube on it, huh? And unfortunately, the fact that they just respawned the fucking goons. It caused me a bit of an issue there.
Sly, grab the pipe on the caboose to catch hold and climb on top.
Fuck.
Sly, grab the pipe on the caboose to catch hold and climb on top.
Ooh. We almost overshot it there just from the sheer momentum.
The other clockwork lug should be hooked into the engine's furnace. Sneak your way up there and grab it.
I wasn't sure I had the range if I had just stayed where I was, so.
You should have seen how many missile launchers there were attached to these train cars. I don't mind saying that it took some real finesse on my
Yeah, good for you, Bentley. Meanwhile, these guys we can just deal with the regular way. Hey, wait a sec. I thought that was supposed to be a silent kill. Also, this jackass really didn't want to be dissuaded from any of that, so... And he refused to take another hit when I ran at him there. Wow. Well, we fixed it.
Attention Iron Horse number 2. In case you haven't heard, some lucky varmint managed to make off with the Clockwork Lug and Iron Horse 1. All the guards on duty have been punished according to the Lumberjack Code. Let the same thing happen to you. You boys have done some real good work lately, and I'd hate to have to put you out on disability. That's it. Keep your axes sharp.
Go back. There we go. That's better. Alright, so I'm sure this room full of crap is something that we don't want to make a noise through, so... dodge around those. And hey, we got that out of there very easily. Wow.
Fantastic! We're raking in the clockwork parts left and right.
Neat.
Okay, guys, this is it. Time to break into Iron Horse number 3 and carry away the clockwork stomach. Now, the train's moving too fast to jump onto here in town, so we'll have to catch up with it on Murray's new handcar. Once we're in position, Sly'll hop aboard and make his way up to the engine. While he travels through the interior, I'll provide air support with my RC chopper. I've planned this as a textbook train robbery. If we all do our jobs right, what could possibly go wrong?
I don't have anything to sell, do I? No, I didn't think so. Alright, who are we starting with? Oh, we're starting with Murray. Let's see if we can't finish this tonight. This shouldn't be too long. I mean, I'll go over a little bit, but... by comparison to what I've done sometimes... no biggie.
Hop aboard, guys. We've got a train to catch.
Are we sure this is the best way to do this? I mean, hey, I'll take your word for it, but still. I guess with Murray at the helm here, we're
Got it.
pretty good.
Strong work, Murray.
no limit.
I asked him if he got a hippo pump on the thing. It's gonna make things a lot easier.
Clockwork stomach.
That Jean Basson's one strange guy. The Claw Gang divides up the clockwork parts, and he walks away with the stomach and lungs? It still creeps me out.
Get creeped out later when we aren't riding an antique handcar at breakneck speeds.
Good point. It's time for a train robbery.
It's time for our third train robbery of the entire to-do. I wonder what Bentley is going to be doing with this, because, yeah, see, that guy doesn't notice the rage bomb whatsoever. And we'll let that fight break out, and I will clean up the... I'll clean up the pieces afterwards, you know? For now, it's gonna go wreck all their nice furniture. Farm up a little bit of free cash. Oh, I thought for sure those lasers were gonna roast our asses, but nope, this is just a crawl maze. Huh. Interesting.
Ain't nobody getting past me. That there clockwork stomach is as safe as a snowman in winter. I'd like to meet the varmint that's been looting my Iron Horse dreams. By Jiminy, I get hot neath the collar just thinking about how I cut that boy down. I'd kill him like a spotted owl. I sure would.
Whatever you say, dude. Oh yeah, of course you're here.
Hey, Cooper. Thought I might find you here. Just can't stay away from these clockwork parts, can you?
Oh, I just do it to meet exciting ladies like yourself.
If you'd like some excitement, why not climb up on top of the train? I'm sure to get your heart pumping. Maybe even show you my new ride.
No thanks, Neela. I've seen enough already.
What's the problem, Poodle? Afraid you can't take me on? Have to call up your little friends for help?
Come in, little friends. Neela's got the pen down. Any chance of air support?
I've already launched the RC chopper. She won't know what hit her.
Come on, Cooper. Let's play. What in blazes?
God.
All right, little RC friend. This should be a quick bit of destruction.
Alright. Are we gonna need to drop bombs here, or are we just fighting the first boss from Vector Man? Ah, I see you've got some drones of your own, huh? Well, that doesn't impress me too much. Unfortunately, I am also kind of playing this like absolute dog dirt here, but there's no extra text there. Fair enough. Just remember, first boss of Vector Man. This shit's for babies. Come on. We can do this. We gotta dodge between the shots there. Otherwise, she sweeps too fast. Duly noted. Oh, got some missiles. Oop. And now she's throwing spheres at us. Oh, my thumb. Yikes. Not the Jesus nut. No.
You Rami blighter! This is a what? Oh no! Oh no!
That was some fancy flying.
Oh, you're overdoing it a little bit there.
Whatever you say, poodle.
God. The whole Cooper gang is pretty great.
Hey, Sly, get to that clockwork stomach fast. This old ant cart is starting to fall apart.
The Eagles. I didn't think I would die at the hands of Don Henley, but here we are. Man, my life has gotten real weird, huh? Go back to sleep, dude. Fuck my life. Honestly, if I knew it was going to end like this, for sure, I would have just gone for shock and awe in the first place. Well, let's smash everything up and hope we get some health back. Yeah! Good times. Oh, we go under the train. Oh. Yeah, we're having one of those positions where, because we have to turn around, we get into some weird business. Yeah, thankfully that guy was still too far away to notice. Oh, yeah, we screwed that up. Well, that's okay. Good thing we've got plenty of this going on here. So we can pick up the rest of our... pile of that stuff, and... get through that room with shocking ease.
Never thought I'd see the day when his stomach got turned into a tool of evil.
Looks like John Bassan's wised up and bolted the stomach down. We'll have to crack the engine block to get it free.
That's just what we'll do.
Oh boy.
Bob down the train's smokestack will knock it loose. Just make sure to take some cover.
Not so fast, chum. The clockwork part is mine. They will all be mine.
Is anybody worried about this kind of behavior?
I'm going to cry.
Not about the part where she's bringing back her hind D or whatever to try and get us. What was the vehicle that Solidus had in MGS2? I actually don't know MGS2 that well, so... at least not when it comes to that part.
Dang it. Curses.
The rockets are kind of nasty.
Dang it. Curses. Rat.
Yeah, it's really hard to sustain damage on her while dodging those missile patterns.
Now
God, I can do that. Like, I know how to deal with that pattern. Ultimately, a big part of it is don't stay in the middle, but it's like, okay, do I trade my damage output for that, or... Of course, that's basically what the whole of this fight is that you have to reposition constantly to switch between doing good damage and not taking a shitload of damage yourself. And that's the big trade-off. Whoa. Incoming rockets. Oh, this is a new set of patterns here. But it doesn't seem that hard, really. And then she just goes back to the same shit at the end.
Not the Cooper gang, not Interpol, not anyone.
You fool, why did you just go back to that way of doing things?
This might be messy. Sly! Sly! You okay?
I mean, did you even...
I've got an
Drop a
upset
bomb there?
stomach on my hands, but other than that, I feel great.
More like an upsetting stomach, am I right, gang? That was the easiest chapter ender that we've had in a while. In fact, this whole chapter was easy as hell.
We'd successfully robbed all of John Bisson's iron horse trains, and we were walking away with 3, count them, 3 clockwork parts. And as a bonus, we shut down spice distribution in all of North America. Needless to say, we were pretty pleased with ourselves. Can't say the same for Carmelita. Once again, the framed policewoman had to run from the cops. Which was fun at first, but I'm starting to feel a little sorry for her. I mean, what if they replaced Carmelita with someone else? I don't want another cop on my tail. She's a big part of why this is all fun. Sooner or later, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to clear her name. Some way other than turning myself in.
Well, pretty good, considering last time we didn't get much done. But there's still 2 chapters of this left, if I recall correctly, so we will pick at that very, very in the near future.